Get busy in here, get busy in here. Yeah, my squad run deep. Yeah, we really in here. I swear whatever you want, you can get it in here. Comedy or the drama, it's a mixture in here. But you love it in here. Yeah, you love it in here. Got reviews up in here. We got stories in here. Hit the like, hit the sub, hit the bell. Oh yeah, 3 clicks like the shoes on Dorothy in here.
What's up, everybody? It's your boy BusyBlu, and I am back with another Married at First Sight recap and review. I am normally with BB, so she should be getting on here very quickly. But I said, well, we don't want to hold the girls up. And I'm hopefully she comes on really soon because I'm going to need heavy assist from BB. I'm going to need heavy assist from BB. Before we get into this episode, make sure that you smash that like button, okay? Hit subscribe. Smash the like button. Make sure that you follow me on all my social media channels. Everything is down at the bottom in the description box. Make sure you follow BB on all of her social media channels. Everything is down there in the description box, okay? So today we are going to be recapping and reviewing and ranting about I Seen and Married You Today, episode 3, entitled This Was Boring, okay? Okay? So we're going to be recapping and reviewing I Seen and Married You Today, episode 3, season 12, episode 3. Y'all, I don't know, okay? There's so much going on personality-wise that is very frustrating to me, okay? Very frustrating to me. And let's be clear, Busy took minimal notes, okay? So when BB come here, she's gonna have to do a heavy assist because BusyBlu took minimal notes, okay? I hope she remembered at the time what time it was. But BusyBlu took minimal notes, okay? So one, before I get into anything, shout out to everyone who's still here grinding and working and making it through during this time of year, during this pandemic, throughout these aspects of this pandemic. I know that I've lost family. My partner has lost family. I know someone else has lost family. R.I.P. in a moment of silence to the queen, the legend, the one, the only, the always, Cicely Tyson. Go with glory. Okay, go with God. I remember I saw her at Pentagon City Mall one time, and me and my friends was like, is that her or is it not her? Okay. She was by the cell phone store, Verizon Wireless. But I don't know if she passed of COVID. I hope that I'm not giving that type of tease. But R.I.P. Miss Cicely Tyson. There'll never be another. We always love you. You're the mother. You're the queen. Okay. And then my support prayers and everything goes out to those who are dealing with during this time. Because it's okay to be in touch with your emotions. Sometimes you gotta let them go. Chris, okay? So who y'all want to start with first? So this is what my whole problem, okay? This is what my whole problem is. Akeisha said we have to talk about all things Chris. We sure, but do we? But do we, okay? He's forcing himself down our throats, okay? And not in a good way, okay? It was brutal for poor Paige, says always mama. Yes, it was. I was just like, you know what? But I don't even want to say it was that brutal. I feel for her because I feel like, this is what I feel like. I feel like the girl is like, oh, he's giving me so much information. This is what I've been wanting. I want to talk to my partner. But it's like, girl, I don't think that's what he's doing, okay? So let's get into this episode, y'all. So one, what I don't like is that for 2 hours last week, me and BB had to sit here and recap 3 weddings, okay? 3 whole weddings, reception, all that, and all 3 weddings, okay? No mention of the other girls. 3 whole weddings. I would think, okay, because we got 2, it may not be as long, but maybe an hour and a half of their weddings, okay? Okay? They couldn't even keep the whole episode before we had all the other couples come through. And I was like, that's how boring, y'all. We saw one and it looked haphazard toast. And it was like, Daddy, sit down. The stories didn't match. You talk about his having a business, but then it said about him getting married. It's like, you just wrote this. you just wrote this. Sit down. The other one didn't even get toast. It just everything about it was so hodgepodgey. I definitely like when Vicente was on my screen. But outside of that, the other ones can go. So let's start with Paige and Chris's whole wedding first. So as she's coming down, he says, "Oh, something." I don't know what it was. Oh, F. Oh, something. It didn't sound like he was excited, or it sounded like he was surprised in a bad way. So she's walking down awkwardly. This is it. Okay, girl, just keep it moving. We know why you're here. So they start going through, the family things. Something about her with cold brew, and then something about him with something. Okay. Then they get into the speeches. Put your yes or no, thumbs up, thumbs down. Put it in the comments. Y'all think Chris wrote that speech? Do y'all think that Chris put pen to the pad, pen to the paper, and wrote that the speech that he gave? Y'all think Chris wrote that speech? Yes or no? I'll wait. Put this in the comments. Yes or no? Thumbs up, thumbs down. Talk about a ghost writer. She needs a ghost reader. Okay. Chris opened up that letter. Okay. And he was just like, I wrote this 2 weeks ago, and I just never thought that I were able to have the words. I protect you. I will be there for you. I'll send to you. You are my everything. You are this and that. And it was just like, you're reading this to me. Your teacher used to say, just read it and then look up. Look up. Pay attention. You're reading to your wife. He didn't even try to look at her once throughout the whole ceremony. That should have let us know right there. He don't like her. He don't like her. And I wonder if, and Taylor Bay was asking this, if you run or you become a runaway bride, do you have to pay for the wedding? Trey said, a strugglery indeed. Okay, a strugglery indeed. Okay. Sierra said, I think he did. I think he can be extremely suave in his words when he wants to be, which makes him even more dangerous. Yeah, but those people have it just automatically. Y'all remember LL Cool J's character in Deliverance from Eva? It just came out. Okay? It just comes out. He was writing, he was reading and beautiful words, but it didn't sound like he knew what was coming next because he didn't write it. It didn't sound like he knew what was coming next because he didn't write it. That's my opinion, okay? And he did not even look up. He didn't look up one time, okay? So here goes Paige, ready and willing. She's reciting her vows, looking up, periodically letting know, I'm talking to you, okay? I just didn't like that, okay? So then as they're putting the rings on each other, he's like, okay, repeat after me. But look at your wife. What'd you say? You said put the ring on her? Okay, then I could. Okay, then I could. Everything about it was making me like, if you don't want to marry me, that's fine. We don't have to do this. We don't have to do this. That's what I was thinking the whole time. You don't have to do this. He likes her from the neck down, but he wanted an IG model type. Okay, you can still get those. They're not married at first sight. I will hope not. They need to be getting flued out if you're really doing it right. If you're really doing it right, you should be getting flued out. Okay. She didn't like him either with good reason. I don't know. Zoe's mom, you don't think so? I feel like she did. I feel like she liked him. I feel like there was something that made her, that gave her pause about whether or not she should give a little bit more. Because first of all, when they exchanged the rings, whatever, his pastor said, y'all can kiss. You want to kiss? You want to kiss on the cheek? He's so smooth, so suave. All of this, just give the girl a kiss. He didn't want to kiss her. He did not want to kiss her, and that's point blank. And that's what Mary had a little lamb. Okay, he did not want to kiss her. So then they get to the back, and y'all, this is what men do. Okay, this is what men do, and I was seeing right through it. Okay, If a man say he feeling you at one point, but then he stop feeling you, he gonna start throwing out all types of negative stuff so you can leave. Because women stronger and they deserve more. And they're just gonna leave you. Okay, men not gonna say goodbye. The girl's gonna say goodbye. And in order to help you out with that, I'm gonna give you all my negative qualities, and hopefully you'll be like, I just can't deal. It's a lot. Okay, I can't deal. Soon as they get down to the open up the wine, you know, so you know he's saying in his confessional, oh, you look beautiful. She's so beautiful. She's so amazing. Her smile. Okay, whatever. Then he says, I got a tons of questions for you. Okay, well, she's like, well, shoot, go ahead. Go ahead. What's the first one? What do you do for work? I'm an accountant. Oh, an accountant. That's scary. That's scary. First of all, if you are an entrepreneur, okay, and making the money that you say you're making, being an accountant should not be. You should be buddy friends with them. You say you got the money that you say you got. You buying all of these things. Where's your accountant? Where's your accountant, Chris? So he's like, I'm nervous because I'm an entrepreneur. She's like, oh, okay. Well, what do? Y'all, this is what Chris does. I am the youngest African-American male from the age of 23 to 27 in the South San region with the branch of a particular product. Y'all think he's so bedroom kitty on the South Corner? What does he do? I am the youngest. And if this business, how you got the statistics of you being the youngest individual in the? I'm the first African American male from the southeastern region from a particular brand that we make. What you do, Chris? What do you do? Okay. What do you do? Somebody said a Subway franchise. Exactly. I am the youngest. I'm assuming that must be true because I am the youngest African American male with a particular franchise. Girl, okay, you own a Subway? Do you own a Subway? Okay. You're not the first black person, okay? And you definitely not the youngest to work there, okay? And I'm almost certain you're not the youngest African American to have one. You own a Subway. Just say you own a Subway, okay? And where's your accountant? I'm an entrepreneur with a Subway. Anyway, so they start talking about tattoos. Here she goes. She's like, oh my God, she's been feeling this whole time. It's destined. We're destined. We're definitely going to make it through. Oh my God, that's crazy. Your infinity tattoo, I have one. Okay, cool. You're not going to say a little bit more than that? So then he's like, oh, I got one too. Okay, this is when it starts, y'all. I got one too, right here. It's a cross, skulls. It says big booty holes. Yeah, I got one too. Oh, well, what made you get that? Me and my ex-girlfriend got matching tattoos. Why is he bringing up anybody other than her during they're trying to just get married? Okay, now they're married, trying to get to know each other. Can I get a sip of the champagne before you start bringing up exes? Just everything about it was just like, why? And it just got worse and worse. She's like, oh, okay, okay. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay, well, I hope you like dogs. I have a dog. It's crazy. My ex had a dog. Sure did. Bad. Yeah, she used to love that thing. Take it out every day. Oh, man. Oh, yeah. So, yeah. So that's crazy. That's crazy that my ex had. I like other Americans. She had one as well. And then she's like, okay, well, that's cool. Hopefully we're able to, get over the past and move on. I was engaged. At this point, it's just Spitfire. How can you get her out of here? It's Spitfire. How can I get all the information out that I know is not appropriate? Yes, I cheated on her. Oh, yes, I left her for 30 days. Okay, yeah, no, I left her out. This is too much. And I'm being sick and tired. Yo, where is BB? Where is BB? I don't like this. So after that, they start taking photos, right? As they're taking the photos, or as they're starting to or beginning to work on taking the photos, let me tell you what I didn't like. Here she goes. Here's Paige going around. Oh my God, nice to meet you. Oh, you're the mother? Oh, thank you so much for having your son. Thank you so much for being here. You're the, hey, nice to meet you. Oh, thank you so much. No, I really thank you. Thank you. Meanwhile, back at the Deuce Ranch, you got Chris and all of the other men very disrespectful on camera talking about his wife. Yo, she got the fattest of the fattest. I'm just saying, yo, she just got the, yeah, your wife. Your wife, yo, she got the biggest. I was looking at that thing like, yo, your wife. That's why I was looking at your wife like that. I know I'm your daddy, but I was like, oh, look at that. Ah! Yes. Oh no, it was amazing. Top of the line. Ask your cousin because he was looking like, yeah, I'm about to get something. Yes. I mean, look, it's so amazing. How dare y'all come up on national television? You know what? Let me tell you something, Mr. Daddy. And yes, you had a long line of preachers or evangelists or whatever, and y'all family. I don't know if you quit your job, Chris, or if you was kicked out because she said it's at 9, right? Yeah, it's now. We here. All right. So y'all, she coming. Yo, is this new? Am I usually at 9? Because BB is saying that she thought I was usually we were usually going on at 9. So maybe it was my mistake because I did put this at 8 and not at 9. So y'all put that in the comments and tell BB she was right. So anyway, y'all, so BB will be coming. So I don't know if he got fired from his job and he had to go and live in his car, or if God said, he moved me to do something else. Because the way that you guys are talking about women and degrading them. Now I know that in the Bible, and I'm not a Christian like that. I used to be one until I became, I found myself, my bisexualism, and then I realized, oh, they say God don't like me like that, so I had to give it a rest. But anyway, I know that y'all have some misogynistic, views in a lot of y'all text, okay? And I know how y'all view the woman and the property aspect, but this is a new low, okay? And the way that y'all were talking about, first of all, this man, this is his man's wife. This man's wife, not just somebody he's dating. He done picked up the show, y'all, is somebody I think that I like. This is his wife. And you, Mr. Preacher and Pastor, Daddy, you're going around talking about your son's wife's body parts. I'm so glad. You're nasty. You're disgusting. And it doesn't get any better throughout the entire wedding. You're nasty. You're disgusting. You're rude. This is low class. And I'm so disgusted. Is this how people really do out here? And they had the nerve, the audacity, the gall to try to code switch it up. And I'm just saying, you're such a nice young lady. We're so grateful. If you don't go away from me with this Apollo, give it a rest. Hang it up till you look like me. Give it a rest. Okay. So after that, right? Everybody's talking about her body. Okay, the body. Very nasty, very rude, very disgusting on cable network, cable television. Okay, large reach. Okay, and this show has a lot of viewership, large reach, and they're talking about this man's wife like that. So disgusting. She's now having apprehensions because she's saying to her girlfriends, y'all, he's cute or whatever, but I don't know if there's anything there, okay? Because he hasn't looked at me throughout this whole entire time. I feel like there's no connection. And I felt exactly what she was saying. It was like he has this image that he needs to uphold and he needs to put he has to put this facade on for a lot of people. And it's nasty, it's rude, it's disgusting, it's unbecoming, okay? And you're not that cute. Your hairline is uneven. You look dusty. You look dusty. So it's time to take pictures. And he's still, to me, just a little standoffish. They're like, okay, this is about you guys. Stand together. She's like, okay, I won't bite. Okay, come on in. Come on, okay? Come on and get this, honey, okay? Come on, I won't bite. And the pictures came out semi-okay. I think he messed them up. After that, what else? After that, here we go. So he's going into his confessionals. Now he's saying, on paper, me and her, perfect match. Accounting, entrepreneur, boom. Well, apparently not, because when she said she was a accountant and you say you're an entrepreneur, you said, oh my God, that's the worst. So do you feel like it's a match made in heaven or don't you? Moving on, he just got worse and worse the way that he was talking about, describing, and mentioning his wife. And I'm going to let all y'all know this. Hold on, because I feel like I'm going to edit out. For all y'all who had all this negative stuff to say about Vicente, apologize right now. Y'all owe us apologies in the chat. Everybody was so upset. Oh, he's talking to the stripper. Oh, he's talking to the stripper. Oh, I can't believe he's talking to the stripper. Oh, this is so ridiculous. Meanwhile, we got blow up doll band saying, oh, I would never do that. I can't do that. But this is how you talk about your wife, and you also was hanging around with a blow up doll. I think that the bar is low. The bar is low. And you got the nerve after you walked around with that blow up doll to say that your wife, oh, this is not true. I can't. It's disgusting. It's low. I don't like to see black men treat or talk about black women like this, let alone their wives. Their wives. I have more respect for her than her husband. And that's a low down dirty shame with Martin Luther King. With Martin Lawrence. It's a low down dirty shame. And you should be ashamed of yourself. And you should be apologizing now for even coming out the side of your neck like that. So after that, they started to eat. They had a last dance. He started to even open up more with the inappropriateness. Okay. So, he said, do you like makeup? You're a girly girl, you're a tomboy. Well, okay, I consider myself in between. Do you wear makeup? I go makeup. Do you have designer shoes? I'm just asking. This ain't bingo. Okay? We got all night to be here. Do us a favor and calm down. Okay? We're not trying to be the first person to mark up the board. We're gonna have time. I feel like he was trying to give her clues. He's just so nasty, so rude, so disrespectful. Okay? And you're really not winning that big because you're a lifetime. Okay? You're a lifetime. Okay? Getting married during the pandemic because you couldn't find love. But you're so great. So anyway, they're sitting down. It's dinner time. And somebody tell me this, or at least show me the receipts. Show me the receipts. She says, so why did you move to Atlanta anyway? He says, well, so I was homeless for it. You know how he always like to start off with the most dramatic. I was homeless. And, so many things were going right. I got a degree or a certificate or something in marketing or business or something from a university in Arizona, in Phoenix, Arizona. Y'all, was Chris trying to tell us that he went to the University of Phoenix to get his degree? And ain't no shade in that, okay? For-profit schools are still producing degrees, very high ones and inappropriately priced, but for-profit schools are still producing degrees. But is he trying to tell us that he went to the University of Phoenix and tried to clear it up real cute? And I graduated well, and I went through a program or a certificate or something from a university that was in Phoenix, Arizona. Girl, do you mean the University of Phoenix? Moving on. So he talks about all this stuff. He went from here to here. Instead of trying to buy a place to stay, he decided to rent a car, lived in his car, but God put, this is what my whole thing is, y'all. And I don't care. I'm sorry. Y'all could drag me. Drag me. I don't care. I'm so tired of hoes putting themselves in bad situations and then saying, God put me through this so that I can. No, I don't think so, because God gave you the option of picking the better one. You said, I'm going to pick the stronger bus. It just make sense to me. And I'm so tired of people blaming their negative things and on God. Girl, no. God gave you discernment, and he also gave you the will to choice. He gave you choice. Girl, you said yourself, I could have lived in a place, or I could just live in my car. You chose the car. God ain't had nothing to do with this, girl. You made a decision. I'm sure God was like, oh, if only he knew what was behind the door number 1 with the apartment. Okay. But best of luck. Best of luck. Okay. And that's what he said there and said, best of luck to you. Okay. So then she said, well, what happened to, since if we're going to talk about it, let's talk about it. What happened to this whole engagement thing that you say you was going on? Where's the engagement? Yo, this is about to be a long story. Okay, do you have time? We're married now. Yes, I have all of the time, man. We didn't trust each other. Really, what happened in the trusting the part? We said we went our separate. Everything about the way he provides the story and then the facts and stuff that come out of it. Because was this always the thing? We didn't trust each other? Because at first I thought it was something else. Now it's the trust thing. To be honest, at this point, I believe it's a scheme that Todd set up to come to us with the BS. And that's all Mary Had a Little Lamb. Okay? So after that, what happened? The story was very basic, very short. He asked her inappropriately, are you a virgin? I'm sitting here trying to eat my penne pasta with spinach. It looked like a couple of chicken cutlets on there. And you're asking me about my vagina and if I have ever given myself to someone. Let's wait till we get a little bit closer, okay? Oh, you're affectionate? Yes, I'm affectionate. Okay, you got a high sex drive? I do have a business, okay, and a mother and a father. I'm not going to answer that on national television. Okay, well, I answered your questions. Yeah, but by the looks of your family, okay, and the apple not falling too far from the tree, and all the apples look like they're on the ground. Y'all talk about stuff like this. This is inappropriate. And read the room. Read the room. What else did he ask her for? Well, I'm just saying because throughout this time period, I decided because I'm getting married, I want to abstain, So I took 3 days off, because normally I'll be mad, what I'm saying, but this time I didn't do it. So that's why I'm so aggressive in talking to you. Lord, help us all. Lord, I see what you have done for others. Don't do that to me, okay? Don't do that to me, please. I'll do better, I promise. The father gets up and gives a toast. Now, I'm good. I don't have many notes for this, so this might be a condensed version, okay? The dad gets up, gives a toast. I just want to say I was sitting in my seat. Thank God, as you should be. That's what they're for. And I said, my son. I was thinking, okay, yes, okay. And him and his younger brothers, they started this business. It was the youngest business. They started something. Who knows what it was? And that's when I knew my son was going to be a business owner. And to the wife, congratulations. And I want some grand. Please make sure he gets to the inside of you regularly because I want a grandson. Mic drop. I don't like him, but I could see if this is how his daddy speaks on a regular. If this is how his daddy speaks on a regular, I can definitely see why he acts and speaks the way that he does. Disgusting, rude, nasty, lack of maturity, lack of respect for women and your spouse. I don't like it. I don't like that. So she does get to meet with the family, this and that. Um, the mama was like, clank clank. Okay, the mama was like, look, in this family, clank clank. The daddy was like, you open that box. And this is what was also so disgusting and disturbing. And I don't know if my mama's in the room, but let me tell you something, mom. I don't want you ever in your life ever explain it to someone or feel like you need to or even attempt to explain to someone how often I would like to have intercourse, okay, or anything such as with my partner. That's disgusting. He comes to work. He wanted regularly. He wants the touch of his wife. He wants to make sure that I'm gonna follow your wife's ideas because this sounds like a horrible life and a broke one too. Okay, so we got Jacob and Holly. I mean, we got Jacob and Haley. It was boring. It was bad. Okay, it was boring. It was boring. I'm not even gonna spend too much time on them because this wedding, it was boring. He made it so awkward because he was just this. Can we get a little live? Can we get a defibrillator? I don't think this one is alive, okay, or breathing, okay. Can we just get this one pumped back to where it needs to be? I was very disappointed and I hated it, okay. I felt like Haley tried to give her best effort ever, smiling, sniggling, giggling, but you can't do that with a statue, just a gargoyle sitting up there, okay, and it's not at nighttime, okay. It was just so horrible. I didn't like it. He didn't laugh at her jokes. He didn't laugh at his friends' jokes. He didn't laugh at his own jokes. Everything about it was wrong. They had a nasty habit though of reading each other. Okay, her friends were reading her when she was getting ready. Finally, you getting married. It's been forever. Okay, you could have wrote the handbook on it. Let's do an Oprah master class. Okay, on how to be a bridesmaid because you've done it so much. Okay. You're an expert. There'll never be another, an icon. Okay. Then, what's that, Caleb? Jacob asks, so there's something you guys are nervous about me having with my wife. That man said, you talk too much, you're not funny, you need to let the 80s go, these game things, you gotta go. I hate you, you're trash. But other than that, good luck with your marriage. They was just really reading each other, y'all. So what else? The wedding happens. He loses his place for a minute, but then he finds it. You could tell he kind of wrote that. They're taking photos. It was very awkward. They don't have anything yet. It was boring. They're talking at the table. She talks about her traveling. He just got a passport. It was boring. Then we get the other couples, and then we're gonna look who I found, y'all. In the flesh.
You know what? You changed the time on me.
I asked them that too because I was like, did I change the time? I went through my text messages and saw the last number I saw for a time. And it's probably because when we switched the day, we switched the time, and not necessarily that we switched our time. I mean, but you had it hours ago.
That's why I never clicked that link, as I've been traveling today. Friends, I'm in Chicago for my mom's 50th birthday celebration. So the whole family's here. We're at a big rental house. So I've had to steal away to a little corner to even get silence. There's like 15 people here. We've all COVID tested before we got here. But I haven't even been able to like do anything else. Right now, people are still texting me because I'm the person that's supposed to be tracking the dinner order. Like everything is my job right about now. So
but you're coming in crystal clear and you look good. Okay, you look. I don't know what internet they got out there. Okay, girl, but take it home with you. Because you're coming in crystal clear, girl.
You know what's crazy is that I'm on my phone hotspot because I can't figure out how to get on their Wi-Fi. We've just had so many complications. Just so many complications. But here we are. So I'm late, but better late than never.
Yes, exactly.
I do want to get in on these weddings quickly because I cannot stay out here long. As the people are expecting me to be a part of the festivities, and I'm leading the big icebreaker in a few minutes.
Tell your opinions for
let
the
me
last 10 minutes.
Let me just say, the first thing I want to say is still hate Chris. Now, I actually thought that his vows were sweet. And I thought, wow,
who wrote them?
Finally, Chris is going to redeem himself for me. Chris is going to maybe I'll like Chris a little. And that's a really big feeling for me because once I don't, especially I'm like, when a man rubs me the wrong way, he generally cannot recover with me. So like for Chris, I was like, it's over for him, right? I was like, oh, maybe I'll end up liking Chris.
Because of that letter somebody else wrote?
Clearly, it was plagiarized. Or I just need to know who his ghostwriter is. Now, as a consultant, I do some ghostwriting, honey. Okay. I do, I have written a communication or two for an executive. No one knows I wrote. Okay. Clearly, he's hired himself a consultant to write his vows because they were beautiful and eloquent. Amazing. They were so off brand from anything else we've heard him say that I was like, wow, okay.
That's why he never looked up for the paper because he was like, I gotta read this because he had to
read this verbatim because this is not your voice first.
He was like, wow, this is some. I really did.
Because as they say what do they say in the notebook? He's like, every second then you're back to doing the next asshole thing. Like that's Chris. It only takes like 3 more minutes before you're like, okay, like never mind, you're who I thought you were.
Amen.
Paige, can I just say all hail her cakes? I aspire to drag a wagon of this magnitude.
And you will.
I just want to say that.
How did you feel about her being objectified though by his daddy?
I did not like that daddy. Now, that daddy was greasy for me. I don't like that daddy. Very greasy. And I can see how Chris is greasy as in fall far from that greasy ass tree.
Oh, it made me so upset the whole time.
I don't like his voice. I don't like he just was gross. He just reminds me of like men who went to my church when I was growing up who would like say inappropriate things to teenage girls, but they like drove the pastor around, so they were kind of like above reproach, like gross, just like ugh.
That's your wife. My son. Oh, I wanted to grab that thing. It's like,
but like
this
his
is your son.
Voice was just like it was so off-putting. It was very, very off-putting. I didn't like that at all.
On camera.
And this is how you know you don't even know that you're wild. You have no idea that like you're so out of order because you're literally just talking like you find this to be normal. You're saying it in front of other people. Like you don't even know. You sound crazy, my friend. And not my friend, but crazy. You sound crazy. Did not like that at all. So still very much dislike Chris. My husband and I went back and forth on whether we felt like he should have brought up the recent engagement thing right when they got married.
No.
So I agree. So, Toe said, well, I appreciate his honesty so that nobody could act like he was trying to hide it because he just came right out and said it. And so I was like, yes, but don't tell me that as we're having our first like toast after we got married.
Yeah.
Right. Like
Let's learn about this, know each other.
Tomorrow
Perfect timing.
morning when we brunch and we're like, so tell me about your past relationships. Why did you decide to get married at first? Like all of that. That's a perfect time to say that. And I would never be like, why didn't you tell me that 12 hours ago when I met you? Like, that's fine. That's fine.
Yeah, he was putting too much. I feel like he was putting
he says
too
he
much
doesn't
out
have
there.
a filter. He doesn't have a filter. And I don't like that because I think a lot of success related to being married, honestly, is knowing what to say and what not to say. Some shit you do not say. Don't say it.
And he doesn't know that.
And he does not, as my friend Brittany says, you don't know what not to say out of your mouth.
Yes, and I don't think I don't like to give it to honesty.
I've gotten many a person slapped before. And
I don't like
hate to see Chris walk down a path of deception and disgrace and destruction.
I don't like to see it put on. So here's the. I feel like y'all. Here's the difference. He's him not telling her that any of his discretions that he's had or mishaps or miscomings prior to getting married is not him lying to her. They get married at first sight, okay? So there's a lot of things that they're going to be learning about each other.
She doesn't know most things about you.
Yeah, and if you want to come in and he threw every dagger out. At this point, it's like, why am I here now? Because the only thing you're giving me is negativity, and you want to brush it off as, well, I just want to be honest.
No, you're not over your ex. You're not over your ex. And stop bringing up your ex at my wedding. Do not talk about your ex at my wedding.
It was getting ridiculous.
Excuse you?
Oh, you got a dog? Oh, my ex had a dog.
My ex had the same dog. Idiot. Don't say it. Don't say it. You don't know what not to say out of your mouth.
It was just everything about it was horrible. Do not say that. And he said it to it wasn't even like, so this is what I'm trying to figure out about him. Is this just who he is, or is he trying to play a role or ruin or sabotage this marriage because he doesn't like her? Because he went to the friends and was like, oh, she's not a trophy wife. Oh, she's not this. She's not that.
I think that he's actually an asshole who thinks he's just being honest.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes I do firmly believe that honesty is not the best policy.
Not all the time.
And that when you're saying certain things out of your mouth, you don't even understand how exposed you look. Because what is a trophy wife anyway? What is that? What does that mean? Do you think she's too big? Do you think she's too tall? Do you think she's too brown? Do you think she's not accomplished enough? You're talking about how you're going to close soon. She already owns a house. She's already excuse you. She's clocked you already. What's not the trophy? What's not the trophy? I told my husband, my husband was like, it can't be like how her body. I think he thinks that she's too dark. And I honestly think, I don't know that I think he thinks she's ugly, but I think I would, from what I gather from Chris, I would assume that he likes a smaller, more light woman. Small and light skin is what I would peg him to, right? When you're talking about trophies and then a man who is very convinced that he has to clout chase and show off who he is and he's a person who needs to prove status.
I don't need you, boy.
But he's also very ridiculous though, because he said we can go back into the clips. I mean, a gazillion times. I just hope they don't pick somebody who just wants me for my money. But you want a trophy? What's the trophy part? Right? Because I bring 6 figures to the table, but also you don't tell me what to do. So tell me about the trophy part. Either I'm spending what's the trophy part? Because
I'm glad that friend was there because their friend was like,
I'm not going to work and you tell me what to do.
The friend was like, well, she's a trophy, so we don't really need to discuss that now. That's a period, okay? He's like, well, I don't think so.
Okay, I don't think so. That's on Mary Had a Little Lamb.
That's on Mary Had a Little Lamb, okay?
That's on Mary Had a Little Lamb.
I want to know because the thing is, he only dated people who wanted him for his money.
He wants that old thing back. He wants that.
I don't think he ever left it. I don't think he ever left it.
He wants that ex. He wants that ex, and he might have his chance because, as we saw, There's a baby on the way.
I think that this was a Stephen Todd setup. I feel like that was. I think they did this on purpose. I feel like he is just trying to he's clout chasing onto the show. Like, yo, babe, they called me back. It's a 3-month process. As I go through this, but we gonna act like we're not together. And now here's a baby. Because y'all been effing.
To conveniently get me out of it.
Yeah, I don't.
But now I publicize myself, and now I have a platform because now I'm like on this show.
Oh, yes, Lifetime.
I don't like
Look.
it. I don't like it at all. I don't like. I respond to that. You're an idiot. Shut up. Just shut up. Shut up. Dad,
he doesn't know how to.
He said she have ass. She had ass. AZZ. What's
his
self-respecting adult?
His wife, talking about his wife like that. Okay, and the mother's like, "Girl, lock it up, girl, because you need to lock it up." And the dad was like, "Oh no, my son needs you to pop that every night." How? When is it appropriate? And I already spoke to my mom. Mom, you heard me already before BB got on here. Don't y'all ever think that it's appropriate to come out of your mouth, any parents of mine, and talk about how often, how not often, what you think I should or shouldn't be in the bedroom with my partner. Okay, talk about my feelings, the best way to talk to me and coach me and walk me through things. Talk about what to do when I'm sick, okay, or what's my favorite dessert. Don't you ever say, well, no, you gonna need to touch up on him and stroke that. That's my dad.
Have you ever seen Silver Linings Playbook?
I feel like I have, but I don't remember.
One of my favorite movies. In the movie, she says, "You know what? You say more inappropriate things than appropriate things." That is Chris and his father. You say more inappropriate things than appropriate things. This man said at his own wedding, and I quote, "I have a strong pull-out game." Don't say that ever. Don't say that ever. Don't say it. Don't say it. Don't say it. Doesn't need to be said. Doesn't need to be said. And also now we've proven
but gotta ask me.
It's a lie. You have a baby on the way. You do not. You in fact do not have a strong pull-out game.
The lie detector.
The lie detector test determined that was a lie.
Okay.
It was a lie.
Yes.
What do you mean? No, you don't.
But he's out here asking other individuals, "Oh, are you taking contraceptives?" It doesn't matter because you out here raw dogging since you pulled it out. Get it together. Everything about him bothered me. And I am frustrated about seeing him act a fool throughout the rest. Thank God I have Vicente, okay? Because I don't want to see Chris throughout this whole entire. I'm done with him already. And justice for Paige, prayers up for Paige, because I feel like she's gonna try to go through this because she's so into her faith that these are just gonna be troubling times that God's gonna take her through. If she is as spiritual as she's giving herself out to be right now, I feel like she's about to go through this thing and have God really bring her through. And these are just gonna be trials and tribulations and tests that God's taking her marriage through.
Possibly, but what I hope for Paige, honestly, is that she listens to her own intuition, because I think Paige is very smart. When Paige said, "I don't feel connected," like he read from the paper and he didn't look at me at all, and there was like no feeling behind it. Paige, you are correct. What you are feeling is real, and I just hope on everything that she honors that feeling in herself and like goes with that. Like, no, I don't feel it. I don't think it's there. And I hope that she at least like pays attention to that feeling.
Because she really likes him. She thinks he's handsome. She thinks he's very attractive.
She does. And I think, but she wants to like him. In a situation like this, it's easy to like somebody because you want to like them.
Yeah.
Like you just want to.
Oh, they said, "Baby, you got your good wine tonight." Okay.
Let me tell you something. I've been on dry January. And because it's my mom's birthday, I'm suspending my dry January for this weekend only. When I tell you I am drinking my body weight in rosé, like I am feeling fabulous.
And they turned up. I'm so mad I didn't get the invite.
It was family, but I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Oh, so you're gonna read me, but they say I'm sorry. It was only family, but I'm sorry.
No, I'm sorry. Well, my mom loves you.
I know. See, Had she had known, she would have said, "Come on over, baby," like
Yeah,
Christina Aguilera.
she definitely would have. Come on over, baby. A
I missed
bop,
them. I
an
missed them.
iconic bop. Hashtag X Nina.
All
We
right, so
said
Jacob, because we got to get you out of here. Jacob, do you have anything to say about Jacob and Haley?
that reading was shaky. That's the first thing I want to say is that reading was shaky, wakey, and also bakey. But the vows were cute. He was weirder than I expected. Like
Do
I
you think
thought
he
he
had a
was.
personality?
No, so I thought he was gonna be like full of personality, but kind of weird personality, but fun. But yesterday he gave me like meh.
There
Just
was
like
nothing
like
there.
emotions, there was nothing there. But I feel like in his interviews, I found him kind of interesting. You know, like I didn't hate him in his interviews. I thought like
Yeah,
he has a clear like thing going on. But if you can get into the thing, then you can like him. But
yeah, true,
yesterday
true.
I felt like we couldn't even see the thing. You know,
I was like, can somebody check up on him? Because he
is
just
he
wouldn't
okay?
move. He was smart. Right. Is
You
the girl
okay, honey?
alive? Okay. Did they stuff the body before we were ready? Okay. It
Right.
was just like this. And she had some good jokes, okay? His family wrote some good
Oh
ones,
yes, she was delightful. She was
and
delightful.
nothing was coming
I
from
need him to
him.
to open it on up. And honestly, I need him to stop bringing up the steak and eggs. And I really wish somebody like said before, like, you know, don't talk about that. Just don't talk about that. Like when once you meet your wife, like pretend that that wasn't a thing. And like if she asked specifically, then sure tell the truth. But like, you know, let her suggest the meals and you never suggest steak and eggs.
I mean, I'm just if he's not going to Aldi's to get them, he makes a good coin to have steak and eggs every day. Now as much as steak and eggs get on my nerves, the thing is expensive. I wonder if it's a T-bone or if it's a ribeye. Girl, show me the coin, okay? And
I
that's a
wonder how clogged his arteries are.
oh, you only rich people get gout, okay? So he's going down the road, okay, but he got the coin, okay? He got the coin.
I hate it. I hate
I didn't
it.
have anything. I had not like my
For Haley, the only thing I had, well, she looked wonderful and she was delightful
yeah.
in my opinion. I needed Jacob to step it up. But for Haley, I thought that my real thought was, wow, I want to do over on my own wedding so I can ask for more stuff. Sis, they in her little intro, they said if you ever get in a fight, skip the flowers and send her a plane ticket. I get up
Mhm.
to that husband, hold on. Because I need to add an addendum to my
I need
contract.
that. I missed something.
I missed that.
Remember, I told you that there was something I was thinking of.
Remember, I said, Lily, I really meant a Delta round trip flight to Morocco.
Well, the problem is, I don't like the fact that this is in replace of seeing her family for the holidays, but only because I'm a family person. It's like a pick one. And it's like, girl, you have every other time to go away on a trip. You got to take Thanksgiving or Christmas.
That's her business.
Yeah, I mean, it is. I just think that was my only part. I was
just
like,
like the part where when you get into fights with your husband, he ends up buying you plane tickets. That's what I'm
don't
trying
even
to
try
do.
to make up with. Don't even try to make
don't
up.
even try to without a plane ticket. This is how you can come back. And that's what I need. That's what I need more of in my life. Outside of that,
yeah,
honorable mentions to Brianna's dad's teeth. No shade to Brianna, but yikers.
Girl, that's what I wrote down. I said I love the conversation. I said the hardest thing about watching this conversation with Vicente and her daddy was that they just need to take that one up and then close the gap. Just take that one up and
no, I couldn't tell if they was coming from the top or the bottom or the east or the west, honey.
Well, I saw where they were coming from. It was like it's just that. It's that one right there. Just pick that one up right there. He didn't have anything to say. Okay, he was like
didn't have anything of value to add. Okay, well, great seeing guys. Next, other than that,
Brianna's so happy, and I would have.
Oh yes, I love it.
Looks like when you are falling for, liking, happy with someone.
Okay,
she's like, I'm gonna give
I can't wait to watch them. I can't wait to watch them. I'm so excited to watch them. Okay, other than that, the party girl. What's the party girl's name? Virginia. She's really physically weird for me.
What do you mean?
She's like, I just like she's like kind of maybe she's fidgety.
I think when the alcohol hits, she gets a little bit more movement.
I don't like her like physical movements. They make me uncomfortable. She's
he likes them.
He's also weird, but that's fine. Look, this is wonderful for them. Bless God for this union. You like what you like. Don't worry about me.
I'm diving in. I'm diving in.
Dive in,
I'm
and
all
I
for it.
love it. I
Yeah.
love it. Child with
I
this
didn't.
baby, and I really the thing I'm looking most forward to, because I thought I was looking most forward to this baby, but honey, whenever they gonna get into this fight in this restaurant and Vicente have to break up this fight.
Mm-hmm. He didn't have to break up the fight because he was trying to prevent it. But it's like, Vicente, sit. First of all, you sit your fight down.
Now don't hurt yourself.
Yeah, sit your fight down, because this young man, he is not what him and his Subway franchise is not worth fighting for. Don't you dare. You need to sit down and sit with your wife that you've been actually loving and taking care of.
Okay, and minding your business. Yeah. They need to take, you know what? They need to be talking to Keith and Christine. That Philly season, black couple from that Philly season. Mm-hmm. Keith,
I just didn't like. I just feel like is it who's gonna be arguing him the most? Is it Jacob? Is that Jacob who's giving him the critiques?
I can't hear you anymore.
Sorry, I wanted to know if it was Jacob that was doing more of the. It was someone who was at least telling him, you need to calm down, or you're disrespectful, or you're being rude. Who was saying all that stuff to Chris?
I don't know. That's what I'm looking forward to.
And I'm glad someone's able to just let him know you're being childish. And I feel like it's about to get out of it. Now they're in a group dynamic. Ooh, they've won with this show. Okay. Y'all need to stop stretching it out as much, because y'all about to lose me as a viewer. I can't do it like this. I cannot do it like this. But you have this group dynamic of people who just got married together, and we're trying to figure this out. Our tensions are high. Our emotions are high. We're trying to figure this, out together. But also I got to watch as I'm sitting here trying to fall in love and find a pathway and throughway with my wife. You're sitting here being an a-hole with a whole baby on the way. I'm not going to deal with it. And I can see how those tensions now can start. My wife is not even want to be with me. Yours does. And you're being an a-hole. And I can see how the tensions can be created. And I'm here for it. I'm here for it. Yeah, y'all did a good job. I don't know what producer came up with that and who said, you know what? We need to make sure that they are truly together all the time. But that was smart, okay? Because now we're physically, mentally, emotionally going through the same thing. And I'm seeing how my relationship is reacting, or how we're reacting, and how you all are reacting. And I can see it. But y'all, that was it for me and BB. She does have to get back to her family. Y'all, I want to thank all of y'all for rocking with us. The episode was boring, but it looks like the season's going to be good. They didn't even say what's going to be happening next. So let's see how they stretch this one out. Y'all, make sure you smash that like button. Make sure you subscribe to this channel. Subscribe to BB. All her information is in the description. We have some amazing news that's going to be coming up with Sip and Key with Busy and Jolene. So make sure you all tune in tomorrow. We're going to be talking about some of this YouTube drama that's been going on. People in their address, people in their channels getting shut down, people being on other people's channels for other people's stuff. It's going to be going down, okay? And we have an amazing and major announcement that we want to make sure that we put out on that live tomorrow. So make sure you be there. You do not want to miss it. I want to give a major shout out to all of my mods who have been in here. Thank you guys so much for rocking with me. I'm going to say a major happy birthday to BB's mom. You know I love you. Keep rocking, keep doing what you're doing, and living the best life that you have for me, okay? I'm about to get out of here. You guys have an amazing night. Comment, share, tell all your friends about it, okay? And do everything but be Chris.